What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Popcorn Chicken. We're a little late today. We had some technical things to work out, but we are here. We're live now. We didn't want to miss today's show in spite of what's happening in pop culture world. There's a lot of stuff to get into today. Glad you can join us. If you're listening to us or watching us later, thank you for doing that. If you're new here, seeing us for the first time, welcome. Hit the subscribe button, and everybody else out there, get along and hit the like button. Helps us out immensely. So thank you very much. All right. Whoa, we had a lot of things going on in Hollywood and the pop culture world. I want to unravel all of that stuff. I'm going to bring in our new former GameStop employee. We're always going to call him former ex GameStop employee. He is back again. He didn't run away. He's back again. I did not scare him away. He's back for more punishment. It is Sheldon.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Darkness is behind you. Darkness.
Darkness. Darkness, as Charlie Murphy would say.
Man, we had a little bit of a hiccup, but we're going to be doing the show from home today. No big deal. A lot to get into. How are you?
Doing good, man. Had a pretty good week so far, so I can't complain. I mean, traffic in Vancouver's been kind of hell, but
what is going on? There's construction everywhere.
They say they're doing construction, but when I drove past there was literally nobody. It was just a giant sign hindering traffic. I was like, this is ridiculous.
They forgot to pull it back into the line. They're like, we'll do it tomorrow at 9 a.m. We're here all week. Why even bother?
Seriously.
Speaking of why, the letter Y with the question mark below us. Why? Everyone's wondering why. The internet's a storm today. There's news, big news that dropped.
Big news.
It's kind of shattered. It's rumbled and rattled the internet. That's the way I want to call it. It is somewhat divided. I wouldn't say divided because divided is 50-50. It's more like 70-30.
Yeah,
it's not like 70-30.
That's accurate.
There's noise from the other side that are not happy, but there's a bigger noise from the side that is happy. Because the bigger noise from the side that's happy about the cancellation have been sort of consistent throughout the show.
Yes.
Since it aired. But we'll talk about that later on in the show. We got some other things to digest and dissect.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yes, I got some stuff here. Let's start off with, like we always do, we start off with This Week in Hollywood. So let's start off with that. Let's start with some birthdays, okay? And I'm going to get you to guess, and maybe people who are in the chat to guess as well. Happy birthday to Dave Chappelle.
Ooh.
Are you a fan of Dave Chappelle?
I am. I like his stand-up. He's good.
I think he is one of the best out there.
He's one of the most realist for sure. You know,
his delivery is impeccable. I love his storytelling. Yeah. Very controversial at times too, but he's honest. He's brutally honest.
100%.
100%. Kiwi says Dave's 89. I didn't even let this go here, and he's already typing in 89. How old is Dave, Sheldon? What do you think?
I think he's pushing like 55.
You're thinking 55.
I think he's 55.
They're a little bit more conservative than Kiwi Dino is.
Yeah.
He's
not 89. That old. Like when he did
if he's 89, that is some really good Botox. And whoever's doing his face surgery, I want their number.
Yeah.
Right.
When he was doing Chappelle, he was like 30, right? Somewhere around there.
Unfortunately, he's not 89. He's not 55 either.
What?
Dave Chappelle is 50.
Okay. Well, I was in that range.
You guys made him look older than he actually is. Shame on you guys. Shame. Happy birthday to Dave Chappelle. I hope he makes many more shows. So
yeah.
Happy birthday to Rupert Grint. Do you know who that is?
No, I have no idea who that is, actually.
He was one of the main characters in Harry Potter. The ginger hair.
Oh, was he? Was he Ron? Okay, that's why. Yeah.
Oh, he's old? How old is Rupert?
He's like 35, 34, 35, somewhere around there. He's about my age.
Okay, 34, 35. Kiwi, how old is Rupert? And no cheating. He's probably going to say 75. Before Kiwi says it, I'll say the answer. So you are correct, sir. He's 35.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Him and Daniel Radcliffe are both about my age, and I think Emma Watson is a year
So
younger.
okay, let me ask you this. Are you a Harry Potter fan?
Oh yeah, that's what in elementary school,
That's your
my
deep
generation,
yeah, your generation, but that's something that you attached yourself.
100%. Yeah,
Okay.
I did.
So
Yeah,
do you have the books?
yes, I do.
Okay. And
I even have the films, the extended cuts. Yep.
do you have the wands? Do you have the wand?
No, the wands were the one thing I couldn't get because when I was younger, couldn't afford those. But now it's a different story. I'm older. I've got disposable income. I could
So
buy them.
last year I went to Universal Florida
Ooh,
and I got 3 custom wands.
did you really?
So every year they make a limited edition wand only for that year.
Oh, interesting.
And
I
after
didn't
that
know
they
that.
don't make it. And I've got one of those and then I got 2 I should have showed it to you. I didn't even know you're a big fan when you came over. Next
Yeah,
time
man.
you'll be over soon. I'll invite you again over soon and I'll show you the wands. They were right next to you where you were sitting. I didn't even notice. Forgot to even mention it.
I'm probably gonna steal them from you. I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
you're not. I have cameras. What's that in your pocket? I'm just here to see you. But yeah, so I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan, but I respect it and
Mhm.
I've watched it.
Yeah,
If you ask me to tell you all little details, I'm probably not going to be able to do that.
right.
But I did enjoy the lore and the rides at Universal are awesome.
Impeccable, eh?
Oh, there's a
What kind
bike
of
one.
rides do they have at
There's
Universal?
a bike one.
Oh, no way. Oh,
There's a
that's
bike
so
one, and
cool.
then you have a buddy sitting on the side.
Oh, sick. Okay.
And so me and
Okay.
my youngest son, we sat on it, and I'm telling you that ride was insane.
That's awesome. Hager's
Insane.
bike.
There is a
Yeah.
part they trick you. There's a part of the ride where you're going, and all of a sudden the track runs out. You can see it in front of you that there's no more track,
Right.
and you're like, "What? Am I gonna fall over this thing?" And what happens is they slam the brakes just before the track ends, and it makes you go reverse.
Damn. Okay.
And
That's
then so you think you're gonna go reverse all the way? No. As soon as you go reverse, a few seconds later, it drops to a lower level. You didn't even know there's a lower level.
that's the magic of Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Worth it. It was probably one of the best rides that I went to in all of Florida,
That's
including
awesome.
Disney World. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. A lot
one
of
day I'll
fun.
go. One day I'll
Yeah,
go.
a lot of fun, a lot of fun. All right. Let's see who else's birthday there is. Happy birthday to the late Sean Connery. Bond, James Bond, Indiana Jones. I mean, The Rock, you know the show, the movie.
Yep.
With
Welcome
Nicolas
to
Cage.
the
I
Rock.
like that movie a lot.
The Rock?
Welcome to the Rock. Yeah, welcome
Yeah,
to
that
the
was
Rock.
good. That line he says is so classic to me, man. We used to back in elementary school, used to just spout that stuff all the time, like especially
I know where you're going with this. You're
it's
best. You're best.
yeah. Who else was in that movie? Was it Keanu Reeves?
Nicolas Cage.
That's who it was. Nicolas
Yeah.
Cage. Yeah.
And the yellow Ferrari that I drooled over. I was like, oh my god, I love that Ferrari. Man, that was a cool Ferrari.
Awesome.
Happy birthday to Tim Burton.
Ooh, what's he pushing?
Favorite Tim
70?
Burton movie?
Batman.
Okay.
I mean, that one was the most, but there's Nightmare Before Christmas, right?
Edward
We got
Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands.
Beetlejuice, which is coming out soon again.
Yep. Alice in Wonderland.
I bought tickets for my wife to go see Beetlejuice without me.
Oh,
I'm not a fan of Beetlejuice at all.
really?
I don't hate it. It never vibed with me. I
Is
just
it too
didn't
weak?
care for it. First of all, I'm not into the scare genre at all.
Okay.
But I'll indulge once in a while just for friends or family's sake. My wife said, "Hey, I'm gonna watch it." I'm like, "Okay, I'll buy you the tickets. If you can't find anyone to go with you, one of her friends, if she's asked, one friend already said yes to her. But in
Okay.
case her friend bails, I said I will be your backup." Right?
Aw, that's so
So
nice of you.
yeah, I'll go because she always goes to my Marvel. She's like, I go to your crappy Marvel movies all the time, right? And she doesn't care for Marvel at all. She's like,
Wow.
I don't care about these guys in spandex.
Right.
I'm like, hey, whoa, hold on. Some of them wear armor here. Come on.
Now, to be fair, Beetlejuice isn't that scary. Like, it's not even scary. It's more
No, but I know
creepy
it's
than
not
scary.
even the scary part. It's just I'm not into all that stuff.
Okay. Okay.
You
Okay.
know, and anything to do with like Halloween and things like that. Like growing up as a kid, it was all about candy for me. I could care less about the whole scary, all that stuff.
Right.
I'm just gonna go out and get bags of candy. That's it. So one time where I can, get my neighbors to give me stuff before them telling me off and get out of their lawn or something like that, right? So it was more about just getting the loot of candy and destroying my jibs than to,
The chips.
but yeah, I don't know. It wasn't a thing.
I ain't gonna lie.
How old is Tim Burton?
He's got to be pushing 70, 72.
72. I didn't even ask you how old Sean Connery was.
That man's got to be pushing 90.
He's passed away.
I know that, but at least 90 now.
90?
Yeah.
You're on the dot.
Yeah.
Born in 1930.
Damn.
Yeah. Born in 1930, man. Man, he must have seen a lot in his life.
Oh, for sure.
The change from 1930 to 2020 is massive in mankind.
Mm-hmm. In a very short amount of time. It's not that
Color
long.
TV, internet, cars that could go like insane speeds.
Yep.
Right.
He was around when the first Tesla came out, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was around. Yeah.
Self-driving cars. Do you think he'd ever live to see that? Probably not. Eh?
Crazy, right? Cell phones,
No.
microwaves.
They had
microwave 1930.
Not 1930, but like 1950s at least.
That's what I'm saying. He got to see all these inventions and creations come to life.
Yeah.
Think about it, right? From 1930 to 2020, there was a lot of stuff that changed humanity's lifestyle.
True.
Right? Internet being the biggest, obviously.
Yeah.
Otherwise, me and you're not doing this right now.
No.
Right?
Smartphones too.
Color TV. We're not doing this in color.
Be black and white. Can you imagine the internet was just all black and white? That'd be weird, man. It's weird to think about.
Sometimes it is black and white, if you know what I mean. It's divided. But yeah, I'm just saying that, he got to experience so much change from his birth to his death. It's crazy. The picture they have of him here is black and white. That's
he that old.
Yeah, and he's a full-grown man with wrinkles at black and white.
R.I.P. Sean Connery. You're basically with us now.
You're best. Tim Burton, you said how old?
72.
He's 65.
Oh.
He just retired.
Oh.
Maybe his swan song is Beetlejuice.
Hopefully it's good.
Happy birthday to Claudia Schiffer. She does things to my bits. How old is Claudia? The beautiful Claudia.
65.
No. Before I tell you, do you remember the time where her and Cindy Crawford were going neck and neck?
Yes.
For the hottest woman of all, for all teenager boys?
Yes.
And their magazine.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, I remember that time. Like, wow, that's like they're battling it out for our minds. Right?
Yeah. Didn't Cindy Crawford come out on top though?
I would say if you were to give a final score, I would say Cindy Crawford. She killed it with that Pepsi commercial with the
lamb. Oh my god, yes. Yeah.
That boy's like, wow, Pepsi. I'm like, dude, shut up. But yeah, how old is what'd you say? How old is she?
65.
Okay. Claudia is 53. How dare you date her that old?
My bad.
You disgust me.
My bad.
My bad. You're best.
Very sorry, Claudia. If you ever watch this, I apologize.
Happy birthday to Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, she probably in like 44, 40 range. Wait, Melissa McCarthy? She's got to be pushing 50. She's got to be pushing 50.
She's just kind of disappeared right now from Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
She was in that Ghostbuster reboot that was trash. She was in that TV show Mike and Molly, which was all right. And she was in that spy movie, which is all right.
Right.
She's kind of like she's been shelved, I want to say.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I saw her. Must have been something.
It's been like almost a decade, eh?
No, not that long.
Well, when was the Ghostbusters movie? 5 years
No,
ago?
I'm talking about Ghostbusters. Like she must have been on something recently that I can't recall.
If it was probably small time, or it didn't do well.
Netflix special.
More than likely, yeah.
Let's see if I can pull it up. Are you a fan?
Not as much. After
Okay, so her last movie was Spy, 2015.
what?
So that was
Really
8 years ago. Oh, yeah, almost 8 years.
interesting.
No, sorry, Ghostbusters 2016. Oh,
Okay,
never
so
mind. There's more.
it's
Uh,
almost a decade.
no. Thunder Force in 2021.
That was Thunder for. Oh, is that the one where
Oh,
she
and she
got
was in Little
superpowers?
Mermaid. How could we forget her in Little Mermaid? The movie.
Oh, she was Ursula, right?
Yeah.
Ah,
2023. There
it's
you
because
go.
nobody
She's
cared
been
about the Little
around. She's
Mermaid.
been doing things. We're oblivious to her. Come on.
It's because she kind of, you know what she reminds me of, or who she reminds me of, is Jack Black, where she kind of plays the same character over and over.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
yeah.
She's the
That's
female Jack
why.
Black. Okay.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I like Jack Black. There are some
Yeah, I
things I
like
like about
both.
him,
They're both great in comedy. I like
but
both of them.
they often play the same character in that sense.
I think it's the expectation to be the same
Mm,
because that same makes us laugh.
right.
Like we like Jack Black because he's quirky, crazy, and we'll laugh at anything he pretty much says, right?
Yeah.
And with her too, same thing. Like she's got that funny comedic look to her,
Hmm.
right? And it's just like pretty much any role you put her in, we're gonna have a good laugh, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, last year, how dare we forget? I
Melissa McCarthy.
I don't I forget because Little Mermaid was something that I was not really too much into. I watched it on the plane. I was traveling. Where was I traveling from? I can't remember where I was traveling from, but I watched it on the plane and I thought it was all right. It wasn't, oh, Cabo. I was coming back from Cabo and I decided to put it on. I'm like, you know what? I'll entertain myself. I'll put it on. And I was like, it's all right. It's not great. I thought the female lead, because she was not a red-haired Norwegian type of looking character, the
Right.
one that Ariel's supposed to be like, because the folklore is from Norwegian area, right?
Yes.
I thought she was okay. She wasn't the problem. Um, they changed some things in the movie, which you expect that because they don't want to be exactly the same.
Right. Which I heard of.
Yeah, which I think kind of hurt the movie. And overall, I thought it was okay. It was
Yeah.
not that bad. I think I gave it a 6 out of 10. It wasn't
See,
terrible.
see, I think I stopped watching the live actions after Lion King.
You
Yeah.
got sick of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think there was a lot of expectation for Lion King. And when they did the whole CGI live action, I was like, okay, cool. But then you go watch it, there's no facial expressions and blah blah blah. Like, and then people are saying, oh, well, it's a live action. You can't expect an animal to have facial expressions. But that was the whole point. You needed to see the pain, the happiness, the laughter
Mm,
from that. And I think that's what turned me off from Disney's live action makes of these classic films.
yeah.
Yeah.
What did you guess, Melissa? As what age?
50, 55?
Pick one.
Okay, 50.
She is 53.
Ah, that's close.
You're in the middle, either
That's
way.
fair. Yeah.
Happy birthday to Macaulay Culkin.
The OG, the GOAT.
Yeah, we the one.
Big up, big down, back to big up again.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him. He looks
Me-
great.
Me too.
He looks
Me too.
great. Like he recovered.
So happy for him.
Yeah. He recovered very well, man. He's got a family now. He's got a kid, his wife. Like,
You know his brother was in Successions?
I didn't even know he had a brother.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he had a brother.
And he looks like him too.
I gotta.
The TV show Successions, yeah, which was a big hit. It just ended last year.
Yeah.
I've yet to see it, but everyone keeps telling me to see it. Sorry, let me backtrack that. I did see the first 2 episodes, and I'm like, this is something that I might be interested in watching. And then I don't know what happened. I never went back to it because there's like a plethora of other things to watch. But I do intend to watch it probably and binge a good season before the summer's over. I'll try to
What's
do that.
what's it on again?
It was on HBO.
HBO. Okay.
It's probably on Crave or something like that in Canada here. Uh,
Right.
so how old is Macaulay?
It's got to be at least 42.
Oof, you're so
40.
close. 43. Macaulay Culkin is 43 years old. I hope
You
he
know,
gets back into big movies again.
I hope so too. He was very good. He was very good. Although one of his worst movies was the one he did with Elijah Wood. I think it was called like The Good Brother or something like that. That one was not that great.
He should do like a gangster movie. Like a gangster movie, yeah.
And Elijah Wood should be in that movie so they can
Yes.
reconnect again.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Brothers from a
Alright.
different mother.
Um, let's see what else we can do. Let's do events in Hollywood because we did quite a bunch of birthdays. Not much went around in terms of events in Hollywood.
It's been a little quiet.
Yeah, I don't know if this is really Hollywood, but KSI versus Logan Paul boxing match in 2018. Sure, okay. I mean, I know who they are. I know how big they are.
Yeah.
Do I
The whole
consider that
YouTube
Hollywood?
boxing
No,
scenario.
I think it's more of I think it's more of YouTube, and that's it.
It is. Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
not being a negative. It's not Hollywood. It's YouTube,
It is.
right? So
Yeah.
I mean, they're overly godly rich and popular. So
I mean, him and his brother brought attention to boxing, but it's like bad boxing they brought attention
all the
to.
wrong reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not real actual boxing.
No. No,
They're
it's
not
all
playing by, Nevada rules or terms of boxing rules,
no.
right?
I still
They're
think it's fixed, honestly. I think they just pay
I
out
don't
their
know
opponents.
that. I
I
don't know
think
that.
so.
I just think it's a little it's more like WWE boxing. It's like a little bit of nonsense put in there, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
For fanfare, which is fine. They found a way to draw interest,
They did. Yep.
right? So kudos to them. They found a way to get people to cough over millions of dollars.
Because people want to see them get knocked out. That's
That's brilliant in their part. Thank
yeah.
you very much. I'll take my millions. See you later.
Yeah.
This week in Hollywood, Birdman in 2014, directed by Alejandro Gonzalez. I don't know how
The
to spell
return
his last
that was
name.
the return of Michael Keaton.
Inarotu, starring Michael Keaton and Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah. That
You
was his
watched it, Birdman?
No, that's still one that I still gotta watch, but I know that was his big return back to Hollywood
Good
after
movie.
years of being absent. I heard that was supposed to be kind of like a play on his life with Batman, realistically.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't say anything, but it's a good movie. Worth checking out.
Okay.
Gravity in 2013. Did you watch this?
Ooh, yeah.
George Clooney and
No. Sandra Bullock, right?
Sandra
Yeah.
Bullock and Alfonso Cuarón. Cuarón. Yeah, I'm gonna butcher that one big time. The 2013 Gravity. So a lot of people said that this movie was a little bit of bullshit. There are some science in there that's a little bit bullshit. And I say
Sure.
to that, of course, it's Hollywood. What do you expect?
Yeah. I mean, they're never gonna pinpoint it down to a precise science ever. They gotta give it that flair, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't blame them, but at the same time, I mean, take it for what it is. It's a movie. It's supposed to be entertaining. It's not supposed to be scientifically accurate. You know, it's to keep you on the edge of your sheets, on your sheets, on your seats. So, I mean, I get it. I get it though.
D says off topic. I got you, Sergeant Slaughter. Okay. I like this guy. He just gets stuff for me. I like him. He's awesome. He's the best. You're the best, man. 2004 Hong Kong martial arts film Hero, starring Jet Li, opens in the US and becomes the first Chinese language film to go to #1 at the US box office.
Ooh, was that the one where he was like the nameless swordsman?
I do not know.
Mm. I feel like I kind of
Look at
remember
this
that
guy
movie.
now. Back to shit Jedi. This guy.
Jesus,
This guy.
we ain't there yet. We'll get there, but we ain't there yet.
We'll be right back, folks. Yeah. So Hero 2004. In 2001, Angelina Jolie made ambassador by UNHCR at the
Whoa.
headquarters of Geneva. The Goodwill Ambassador.
Whoa. I kind of remember that. I was like, why her? What did she do?
Joining us is Dee's empty bedroom.
I like it.
Yeah. There's a wooden chair there, carved by his grandfather, I believe.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
family heirloom. That's cool.
Talented grandpa. Yeah, very
Wow.
talented. Look at how dirty this guy's room. He doesn't even clean up himself. Look at his boxes of toys.
Hey man, it's better than
Rubbermaid
mine. All I got
bins.
is a TV back here and half a shelf of
Look
video
at this
games.
guy right here. Yeah. Look at this guy. It's always a good time in Dee's bedroom here. Look at that.
How is he typing? Why he's not even there and he's typing? Where is he? Is he in the bathroom right now? Is he on the toilet? Is that what's happening?
If you see the figure shake a little, that means he is in the bathroom.
Dropping bombs.
It's fine. I'm at the mall.
Oh god.
I'm at the mall. We'll just keep Dee's bedroom open here for good time.
Fantastic.
Maybe if we're lucky, a figure will fall off the shelves here. And then we'll
That'd be creepy.
We'll get all scared. We'll all get scared.
I would be terrified. He'd probably move.
Yeah. He probably never set foot in that room again. Especially when figure just floats across the screen.
Now we'll see. We'll see. We'll let you know, man.
Yeah, so that is the events in Hollywood. Not too much going on, but some cool things here and there. Let's get into some of the news that's going on.
My grandma's ghost.
Wow, this guy. Jeez. I'm out if that happens. I'm telling you that right now. I'm turning this all off. I don't care.
I don't want it coming through my screen, man. I don't need the ring coming after me.
Oh, man. So I got some crazy news that dropped today. Variety is reporting this, Access Media, that Lionsgate, you know, the studio Lionsgate?
Yeah.
They released a second trailer for Francis Ford Coppola's epic film called Megalopolis on Wednesday morning, and it began with a litany of pans of past work from several renowned critics.
Okay.
So they are retracting this because they put fake critics reviews on their screen of this trailer.
What? Okay.
Yeah, so they put these are not actual reviews by the critics, but they put fake ones up to make it look like this has been reviewed by critics and the critics have given it a positive review. All lies. And people are like, oh, no, that's things are made up. They actually admitted it.
Okay.
And are retracting it. Oh my god, this is crazy.
That's bad PR,
and if you think I'm making this up, people, go to Variety. I'll even post it on the screen here. It's on here. Fabricates quotes from famous movie critics. Right there.
That's crazy.
From Variety.
What would compel them to do something like that?
Oh, I know what will compel them to do. This movie, from all accounts, everyone's saying is god awful.
Oh.
God awful, they're saying.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah.
Even with Adam Driver, huh?
Yeah. They're saying career killer movie.
That's not good. Oh,
yeah.
no.
And so it just got worse. Why would they think that no one would notice this?
I mean, we live in a digital age where, like, you post something, people might think it's real, you know? It's highly possible, man. They thought they could probably get away with it. I don't know.
Oh, you can put mute on your mic if it's too loud.
Oh, that's not me.
Oh, that's him.
No, that's his that's his grandma's ghost.
Oh. Dee's asking, how did it get proven that they were fakes? That they actually, yes. So, a bit of both. I don't want to go too into detail here, but they basically people said, "Hey, I've seen those quotes from other movies," or the critic themselves have come on and said, "I never said that." So it's a hodgepodge of people calling out saying, "No, that's not true. That person did not say it," or "I did not say that."
Okay. Okay.
I cannot believe that, man. That is crazy stuff.
Like for them to do that just to garner attention for this movie, it's a little sad. It's a little sad. Uh God. Yeah. I mean, has this movie already aired or is it coming out soon?
Okay, let me read this out to you. Critics love The Godfather, and although Apocalypse Now was divisive, it received a lot of crucial critical support. As far as me calling Bram Stoker's Dracula a beautiful mess, I also wish I'd said that. Regarding that film, it now sounds kind of let's see here. Some of the critics cited the trailer really did hate Coppola's early works. Call Apocalypse Now a gumbo of pretentious twaddle. So,
I
yeah,
like that. Pretentious twaddle. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that next time.
this is insane. Like, I just don't understand how a big company like Lionsgate and
Yeah.
all the people behind it would think this is a great idea and no one's going to find out or no one's going to complain about it.
Do they
You
not
got to
know
be
how
out of your
meticulous
mind.
the internet is? Do they not know how many private investigators, fake private investigators there are on the internet? They
Just
will
X
find you.
alone.
They will find your shit, man. Like, whew,
They found quotes from 10 years ago.
that's
A
wild.
one-line quote. Remember James Gunn
Yeah.
getting destroyed for a one-line quote that he made like 10 years ago, 15 years
Mm-hmm.
ago,
Mm-hmm.
and almost getting fired for that? Well, he did get
Well, I
fired.
mean,
I
he
mean,
did get fired, but
yeah.
DC hired him, and then
No, no. Well,
Disney hired
Marvel
him
hired him
back.
back to finish off the last Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yeah.
and then he said, "Screw you guys, I'm going to DC." And, right?
He's like, I'm the captain now. Is
Yeah, yeah.
basically what
Look
he
at me, look at me. But yeah, that's insane. Absolutely insanity to do that.
Yeah.
You already were in a hole with the terrible movie. Now you just dug yourself a bigger hole, and no one's going to be watching your movie at all.
What does that say about Lionsgate going forward, though? Like, if they made a movie this bad, they're trying to use
Somebody's
fake
getting
quotes.
fired.
Not
Someone's
only
getting
is somebody
fired.
getting fired, but are people actually going to go out and watch their movies again?
I don't know if they're gonna. I don't think it's gonna affect them in terms of they could just wash their hands clean. Say it was a bunch of people in our company that we've got to let go now.
Mm.
If I'm board members, if I'm the top dogs at Lionsgate, I'm just gonna come out and make a statement saying, "Hey, this wasn't. This was a few people that made a wrong judgment, and we have dismissed them or removed them from our company. They no longer work for us."
Right.
End of story. That's
They
how they
allowed
always do it, right?
they
They
allowed
always
that
get.
to happen. They allowed it to happen. Where was the oversight on that?
There wasn't. That's the problem. Nobody said, "Hey, are these actual quotes from critics?"
Disappointing, Lionsgate. Do better.
I mean, Disney's probably going, guys, just pay them off. Do what we do. We pay them off.
By every critic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we pay them off with lots of money, and then they're on our side now.
Mm-hmm. A smart tactic.
Brilliant tactic. Oh man. What else we got? Do you have anything to add? Anything to bring up?
The only thing I was kind of interested in, have you ever heard of a show called Love, Death, and Robots?
Yes. Yeah.
So the creators of that show are making a new show,
Oh,
called Secret Level. Basically, they are making minis, like mini shorts, based off people's favorite video games. So things that people would I've always wanted from their games, like a mini short about something, like an adventure of Kratos or Master Chief, those iconic video game heroes. They're doing little shorts based off those games in that world, which people
Hmm.
have been wanting for years. And
Okay.
now they're doing it. And it's going to be on Amazon.
When is it coming out? Any idea?
That I don't know, unfortunately. I don't have a ETA on that. Um, let's see what I can find here.
While you're looking for that, well, I'll let you actually bring that up if you can
December
find
10th.
Okay, December 10th. I've
December
got
10th.
giant juicy news.
Give me the juice.
Deadline reports. If I can bring that up, I'll bring it up right now. That Chick-fil-A hatches plans for a streaming service as reality TV comes to a roast.
What?
Have you
There's
had
no way
Chick-fil-A
that's
before?
real. Chick-fil-A, yeah, they're really good.
The chicken sandwich is amazing.
Bomb. It's bomb.
Yeah.
I think the first time I went there, I got all 3 sandwiches. They had like a deluxe one, a regular one, and I got 2 spicy, 1 regular. I ate them all in one sitting. I was so full. They were
Yeah.
so good.
One would think, right? So they are been working with a number of major production companies, including some of the studios, to create family-friendly shows, particularly in the unscripted space. It's also in talks to license and acquire content. So
That is interesting. A fast food chain starting a
Chick-fil-A.
streaming service? Why didn't McDonald's think of this first? All that money,
Could this
all that
start?
creativity.
Could this start a frenzy with chain companies?
I think they're gonna see how Chick-fil-A does. If they
Is
find
Burger King
success,
gonna say, "Hold my soft drink"?
yo, I would watch a show to watch the Burger King. I would 100% watch that.
An animated
That
show
dude
of
is
Burger
crazy.
King, how the rise and fall of Burger King,
Oh my god. Oh my god. That'd
the
be sick.
Game of Thrones of burgers.
Can you imagine if them and McDonald's went into
Yeah.
a partnership together to do that? Ron McDonald and Burger King coming together.
Oh.
The Hamburglar being the
Wendy
enemy.
goes, "I don't need saving. I'm a strong, confident woman."
Oh man, that's insane though. I'm surprised that Chick-fil-A is doing a streaming platform, or they're planning to do a streaming platform, man.
And it says here, Chick-fil-A is moving aggressively into entertainment space,
Oh,
which
oh,
plans to launch a slate of originals from its own streaming platform.
what are they gonna call it? I'm so curious. Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A Plus.
Chick-fil-A Prime?
You're welcome, Chick-fil-A. You can have that one for free. Just give me some chicken burgers when I come in. Chick Plus.
Chick Plus.
But I mean, it's weird, but
That
I
is
think,
weird.
but North Americans, I should say, love their fast food,
Mm-hmm.
and this might work.
You know, that's kind of that American dream that they keep talking about, manifest destiny, that kind of thing. It's if it's doable,
I don't know if
why not?
I don't know if their own streaming platform's gonna work. I think they're in conjunction with one of the streaming platforms, then yes.
They should have like a contract thing where if you do a year subscription, you get 10 free sandwiches from Chick-fil-A.
Oh, a combo, huh?
Mm-hmm.
A
Yeah.
combo, okay.
But if you do it month to month, you only get the sauce.
You just get the sauce. Oh.
Yo, that sauce is fire though. I'd pick
Uh-huh.
one.
Uh-huh. No denying there. Yes, it is. You get the sauce. So yeah, interesting. Chick-fil-A launching their own platform.
No wonder you said juicy. I was a little thrown off, but that makes sense now.
That chicken is so good.
Oh my god. So good.
The Popeyes chicken that came out recently, Not the original Popeyes, the crunchy one. The other one that they have. I forgot what the name is. I think it's Deluxe or something. It's pretty good.
The Popeyes is good. I enjoy Popeyes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mary Brown's, I was like, okay. I wasn't sure of them at first, but I got to their side. I enjoy a Mary Brown's every now and then.
Did you know that Rush Hour 4 is being pitched to multiple studios at the moment?
Okay. I didn't know they were being pitched. I thought it was already in the works. I was not aware that was being pitched because I heard rumors that they were coming back together for a fourth one. But it's
Um,
crazy that they're pitching. I thought they would just be in it.
Director Brett Ratner has been part of the pitch as the project's potential director and producer, despite facing multiple allegations of sexual misconduct and harassment. This is as per the Hollywood Reporter.
Oof. That's a tough sell. That's a tough sell.
Yeah.
I can
I don't
see
know.
why they're.
If somebody is being potentially has allegations, maybe shelve them to the side as you go to this pitch.
Yep.
The last thing a studio is going to say is, so you want us to buy into this project, but potentially be harmed of negative publicity because you have somebody in your roster here that is alleged for sexual harassment. What do you think they're going to do? They're not going to put money into this.
Mm-mm. Nope. Like that's potential for failure and it just not getting off the ground, man. That's
Like if I'm Chris Tucker and Jackie, I'm probably saying, hey, listen, we don't have a whole lot left here in the tank. We want to get a one last hurrah in a fan service movie to kind of end it off with a nice bow.
yep.
We need to get going here because it's going to take 2 years probably to film and put this together. So Brett, you got to go because you come with baggage. Unless they're so loyal to him that they're willing to drag their heels and have this delayed, because until he's fully cleared, I don't know if a lot of studios are willing to risk it. Because if he's found guilty, that's it. That movie's done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unless they decide to get a new director, but I don't. That movie is going to be dead in the water if that's true. If that's
Yeah.
true, and why they would decide to go with him because of everything going on, I don't know. Maybe he is that good of a director, or they liked his vision. It's a ballsy move though. It's a ballsy move. Good luck, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. Like, yeah.
On to other news. So Happy Gilmore 2's filming begins in 2 weeks. Word is it's going to be filmed here in Vancouver, some of it.
How's that going to go? He's so old.
Happy Gilmore?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, at this point, if they're trying to film it for a now timeline, I mean, that man's throwing out his back and his shoulders just on the first swing. There's no way he's keeping.
For a minute, I thought you were talking about Bob Barker.
Oh,
rest in peace, Bob.
Rest in peace, Bob Barker.
The
You
price
want a piece of me? I want the whole thing.
I don't know if you know who this guy is, Travis Kelce.
I know who Travis Kelce is. I know.
I'm just fucking shit.
I know.
He is set to appear in Happy Gilmore
With Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Because if she's in it, that movie's gonna do well.
Even if she's not in it, I think it's gonna do well because of him.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
They want to see the man.
The Swifties are loyal to their man.
They are. It's
he might be pulling this might be a genius move by Adam Sandler to get Travis Kelce in there. And this might be a great move by Kelce to get into movie business because his career is winding down anyways.
Yeah, he's getting up there in age now, man.
I mean, he's probably got another couple more years of great years left. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer anyways, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he probably could, if he really wanted to, he could probably play another 5 years, no problem. But I think health-wise, why would you want to risk it, right?
True. You want typically as a
it's not like he hasn't won the Super Bowl ring,
right?
So
yeah,
it's for him. Like he's already achieved the upper echelon. He's already in the Hall of Fame. He's going to go down as one of the greatest tight ends of all time. I don't know why we're talking about sports in the pop culture world, but
it's because he's related to the biggest pop culture icon. That's why.
Yeah. But so him making a smart move and getting into the movie business, why not? Why not? His podcast with his brother is pretty good.
I can't see it being good. but I'll take your
They're
word for
good.
it.
They're getting good ratings on it. They're not like top 10 or anything like that, but they're
Are
not
they
bad.
are they getting well? How long have they been doing it for?
I think it's been 5 years.
And is it just gaining popularity now or in the last couple of
It
years?
got popular, I think, 3 years ago.
So okay,
Yeah. When Swifty came into play, it got really popular.
there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. That's why. Hey, you like Todd McFarlane, right?
The Man, yes.
Yeah. Did you hear his movie is the script is done?
Oh, the biopic of him?
No. King Spawn, the movie he's making with Jamie Foxx.
Oh god.
Jamie Foxx.
Well, I hope they do well. Good for him. I got nothing against him, man. Good old Canadian guy. I've said it from the beginning. The man took from nothing and made an empire.
I just think Jamie Foxx is too old to be playing that role. Personally, a bit too old.
I don't know if not too many people are gonna be. It better be direct to streaming.
That would be the hope, because like,
Let's put it on Netflix. Call it a night.
Spawn isn't as popular as what it used to be.
No.
It's taken a big nosedive.
If they're gonna have trouble putting Marvel and make money off Marvel characters, good luck with Spawn. Then again,
Maybe that's what the world needs. Is a
I
Spawn.
was just gonna say that. Then again,
That dark hero stuff.
different, unique to latch onto.
Something different.
Yeah.
You know, he's kind of an anti-hero, realistically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't do Venom any good service, so
Yeah, but that's something.
So, what else is out there? What's going on in the news in Hollywood? There's so much other things here. Are you excited for the Joker 2?
I was until I heard it was going to be mostly a musical.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Musical.
Yeah, because I really enjoyed the first one, and I thought they kind of
Great
continued
movie.
that with Harley Quinn in the second one.
Mm-hmm.
But with Lady Gaga being involved, of course, it's got to be a musical. They got to show off the singing talent. I don't know, man. I think I'm still gonna go watch it just to see how it does, and how that movie is gonna compete with the first one. But knowing that it's a musical, I don't know anymore. I'm not looking forward to it as much as before.
Do you remember a movie called Pacific Rim?
Yes. First one was great.
Okay.
Second one was eh.
Well, they're making a prequel.
Ooh.
In the universe of prequels, they're making prequels. It's a series in development by Legendary Entertainment. So it's a TV deal.
So Idris Elba's coming back?
I don't know. It's a prequel, so was he supposed to be alive?
I think he was one of the first ones to pilot the Jaegers.
So he was alive when the first pilot?
I believe so. If I'm remembering the first movie correctly, he was a part of that first generation of pilots.
Okay. Well, there's a prequel in the works. We'll see. We'll follow this news as it gets closer.
That's
to
exciting. I can't wait for that.
I didn't mind it at all. I thought it was all right. It was good time.
Yeah.
Is it gonna make you go crazy with the writing? No. Is it gonna be an Oscar award? No.
It's good entertainment.
Yeah.
Giant mechanized robots against
it's a lot of
kaiju.
pew, a lot of crush. We're good.
There. Got it.
Yeah. You're not going in for the riveting writing there.
No.
So
no, not at all. Not with a movie like that. Come on, man. Did you expect good writing out of Godzilla?
No, not at all.
Godzilla vs. King Kong. I just wanted monster on monster fights. That's all I wanted. I didn't care about the human aspect. I just wanted.
That's what I hate when they do movies like this. Was too much human interaction.
The only movie that got it right in the Godzilla verse was -1.
Bingo. I want less humans, more big toys.
Yeah.
More crunch, more bang here.
Yeah.
Killing the world, destroying the world. That's what I want to see. I want to see tidal waves. I want to see earthquakes, cracks in our earth. Yeah, that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
I want buildings on fire, buildings falling down. That's what I want. That's what I'm here for.
Give me giant mega monster mouth blasts.
Megazord, Power Rangers. Let's go. Yeah, so that is in the works.
Oh, so excited.
I have a feeling you're going to review it.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I think Yeah, well, I got most of the stuff here that was big news. There's so many other things there. Did you watch Aliens yet?
Romulus? No, not
Okay.
after what you said about it last time.
Yeah,
After what you said, I was like, forget it. It's not gonna be worth my time then, man.
I did a spoiler-free review for anybody that needs to go and check it out before the movie, and they don't want to be spoiled. So I did a review on it. Yeah, look, I thought the look of it was good. The
Yeah,
practical effects, the fact that they went out of their way to do a lot of practical stuff rather than rely on CGI, you got to give people props for that. It's not that easy to put all that together, right?
yeah.
So they did a good job. Look at this guy, Sheldon. You trust his reviews. I don't see you doing reviews. Yeah, that's right.
D, I'd take your review. If you said it was good, I'd go watch it.
He'd just say everything is fine. That's all he'd say. Everything is fine. It'd just be a baseline right there. But yeah, I mean, the story tried to deteriorate as you go along. It got worse and worse. Ending was just like god awful. I was like, what are you doing?
Because you said the timeline was in between, right?
Yes, it's wedged in between
Yeah.
1 and 2. It's 1.5.
Ugh,
So everything that happens in here cannot be at all connected to 2
interesting.
because 2 doesn't reference anything that happens in this movie.
Right.
So
But did they?
no, there's things that happen in this. I don't want to get into it because I don't want to spoil it, but there are things in here that happen, and you're like, how do they not know about it in 2? Right? How
That's
did
not good.
nobody not know?
That's not good.
When you're traveling galactically, you're gonna know things. Things will come up on sensors and people keeping track here and there. Like,
See, and
anyways,
that's kind of the problem with prequels, though, is they gotta like try to
tippy toe
not,
their way around it.
yeah,
That's what it
and
is,
not
and I hate
retcon
that.
things.
I hate that because that makes for worse writing. That makes for like you're cornering yourself and you're limited.
Because then they might say something that contradicts the second movie, and then it's like, well, that's a wash.
Or even the first movie,
Right.
So but I like I said, valiant effort. The actors themselves,
Okay.
I think they did a good job with what they were given.
Mhm.
So I'm not hating on the director. The director is from those jump scare movies, Don't Breathe,
Okay. Oh, okay.
Evil Dead.
Nice.
So he did his part. Practical effects in studio, cinematography was good, actors are good. It's just the writing, and it's because it's wedged in between 2 classics. That's the problem with this movie. Not a huge, massive problem. It
Right.
still was a decent movie. It's worth going to the theaters if you like that genre, you like that experience. I think it's still good. You want a little bit of jump scare, then go check it out.
I think I might check it out on a cheap night or something.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
worth it. It's worth checking it out that way. But yeah, if you're thinking this is going to rejuvenate and maybe even surpass 1 and 2, no, those are classics.
Because it wasn't that what people were hoping for, that it was going to revitalize the franchise.
They've been trying to revitalize that franchise for a while. They even brought in Predators, remember, to fight aliens. How did that go?
Okay, so as a kid, as a teenager, you think it'd be dope as shit, like Predator, Alien.
Of
Yeah,
course, why
those
not?
2 wildest and most
Yeah.
violent alien creatures that we've seen in the movie industry. Like, hell yeah, let's do this. It was the first one. I was like, okay, okay. And then they did Requiem. That
The
freaking
name just
hybrid.
sounds so bad.
That hybrid, man. I was like, nah, son, this ain't it. You're not that guy. You're not that guy. That was bad.
I want to
Man.
say so much right now, but I can't. I have to just keep quiet right now.
I thought it was gonna be cool. I wasted money. I should have waited till it got on a streaming platform or something.
Say it.
Say it, you coward. Oh my god.
Wow, vicious, huh? This guy with the fangs coming out.
You get on
These-
here and say it. You get on here and say it.
Yeah. How dare you? Oh man. All right, let's get into our feature. our big news that dropped.
I didn't watch that shit. Oh my god. Oh.
Why are you not on here? Why are you tipping toeing in the back? You're the coward. Come out here and say it. Go to your grandma ghosted room.
Oh.
He's like, I'm not sleeping in there tonight. I'm not going in there tonight to make finger. I'm in the room now. Turn it on. Prove us.
Get in here.
I want to see it. Prove it.
What's up?
Ah.
Yeah, I set the room up because Alvin called me and I'm like, "Hey, everything's checked." And then I got up and left. And I guess I left everything on.
I took advantage.
Yeah.
Yo, for real, I was kind of worried something would randomly fall. I'm like, I can't do this show anymore. I don't want the bad juju coming my way, man.
She was watching. Don't worry about it. She's good natured. I didn't watch Acolytes. That's why I'm not on.
Well, we're talking about it right now. So you joined us at the right time.
I got you, your boy. I don't know if you needed him.
Oh,
Is
I
this
just
a
saw
new
you-
Sergeant Slaughter?
I guess so. Alvin posted it in a chat and he's like, "Already?" So then I saw it today because someone's like shipping for $100. I'm like, this thing's not $100. I should just grab it. If he
was it
doesn't,
it was under my name?
no, it's just on the shelf.
Okay, because I got called for it.
Okay, if you don't need it, I can return it, but better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just keep it. I'll
Okay.
get it. I'll get it from you.
Okay.
I
Anyways,
definitely want to be safe.
I'll dip out because I have nothing to contribute to this. 'Cause I didn't watch this show.
We just love
Later.
your presence. We just
Later.
want your presence.
As you can tell, I like yours as well. That's why you were on my phone while I was shopping. So that's I don't know if I leave if this will shut down.
What am
so
I,
I'm just
chopped
gonna-
liver now?
I didn't know Sheldon was on
First
today.
you go on another YouTuber's channel, and now you just like,
And I name dropped you though.
yeah, I know. I'm just kidding.
Exactly. All right, have fun,
I'll
guys.
see you on
All
Monday.
right, man. That was
We go from good stuff to this.
good. Ah, yes.
It is official.
Yep. As of
Acolyte
yesterday.
is dead. Look at the way they titled this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Star Wars series won't return for season 2.
Are we surprised though?
Well, I want to say I am kind of surprised. Kind of.
Oh,
Because I didn't think they had it in them. I didn't think they had the balls
to
to
cancel.
go and cancel this because because the track record shows they've been so stubborn for a while,
Mhm.
releasing, subpar shows and still telling people, too bad, so sad, take it or leave it.
Right.
We're doing it this way. And, Kathleen Kennedy, it's her way or no way. And she's been pushing all these things to do. So I'm kind of surprised that they this quickly canceled it.
Yeah. I mean, what's it been, like a month since the show ended?
No, it's been
Less than that? 2 weeks?
2 weeks. 2 weeks, I want to say.
Yeah, that is quite fast. Because it took them what, almost 6 months, 7 months to be like Ahsoka 2. Ahsoka's getting a second season, something like that.
Yeah, Andor.
Mm-hmm. I think Andor's the given though. Like it had good.
I
viewership.
personally didn't like it, but I could see.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. If the numbers are there, they will greenlight another season,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And that seems to be the problem right now on the internet, where people are fighting against each other, whether you want to call them left and rights, whatever it is. There are people that are upset, really upset. And I do want to say one thing: like, if you genuinely like this show, then I feel for you, because there's a lot of shows that I liked got canceled. But I never went on the internet and started threatening studios or people that didn't go along with what my beliefs are
Right.
of a show.
Yeah.
I respect other people's opinions. So I never went out and started, trying to blame people, threaten people, or just start swearing out on the universe of social media. You see that with a lot of other people. You see that I've seen it with my own eyes today on social media where people are just swearing and pissed off and threatening people, calling people toxic bigots, anything out there. And to me, that sounds like a mental issue here.
Well, this one was really bad. Like when
Hello,
people
Darth.
found out this got canceled,
Yeah.
they this is probably the worst I think I've ever seen social media be so unhinged with the things people have been saying. You know?
I try to look at it from other people's point of view. So when I went on X and looked at people who were genuinely devastated or upset, I look at the people that responded to them, and it's overwhelming. It's like 80 to 20% people saying, "What did you expect? This show is garbage. This show had so many problems. The director doesn't know what they're doing." There wasn't like a support for that person.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two out of like 30 responses, you'd see a support, but overwhelmingly it was people saying, "Good. What did you expect for $180 million? This show wasn't good." And they weren't like insulting the person. They were saying, "Hey, this show does not deserve to be greenlit for season 2. It's genuinely bad."
Yeah.
So when you see that majority of people are saying the show is bad, and there's a few, let's say 20%, they're saying it's good. That's how Disney sees it as well. Nobody in social media or a YouTuber can sway $1 billion franchise and studio to go a different direction. They don't
No.
care.
No.
They'll do whatever they want. But at the end of the day, it's the dollars and cents.
Yep.
It's always been about dollars and cents. I remember mentioning to you earlier today, there was somebody out there who was asking, if you take away the cost of doing the show, how is this any different from Clone Wars, where it got canceled and brought back, or it had bad ratings in the beginning, but it got better over time?
Right.
You cannot take cost out of any equation when you're asking people the differences between the show. It's always has to be in every argument.
Yeah.
Because the base of how and what they do in their business is all money associated. Money, money, money. It's a business. It's not charity, it's a business.
Yeah.
So when a show is given $180 million and it doesn't even deliver close to that in return, it's getting canceled no matter what anybody says.
Well, Disney's been kind of on that track record for a while now. I mean, the other big one was the Secret Wars that they did. It was like, what did they say, 200 million, something like that? It was a lot of the money went to Samuel L. Jackson for one. 8 episodes, nothing happened. It was
Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion. Sorry, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Secret Invasion.
That was a god awful show too.
Disappointing.
But the crazy thing is, nobody's calling bigot and toxic there.
Nope. You hit
Right?
that nail on the head. Yep.
That show was garbage.
Yeah, and it featured a very prominent female lead.
Yeah, the mother of dragons.
And she was great. As an actress, she was great.
Samuel L. Jackson, arguably one of the most popular actors out there.
Yep.
Been in the game for 50 years.
And he killed it too, but that show's pacing, the writing was
he didn't kill it. They killed him as the character.
Ooh,
Nick Fury was a shell of himself from Avengers 1.
Yeah.
Right?
The broken.
Nick Fury's grabbing his chest and sitting in a picnic bench, waiting to die.
Yeah.
From the guy that we saw in Avengers 1, where he has a patch and he's going, "Mother," with the big gun. Right?
Like he gave up hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so people are like, "What the heck is this? I don't want to watch this garbage."
Just like this.
Yeah.
Just like this.
I think a lot of the people who love the show are hurt. And I feel for them. Like I said, the intention, if they feel that people are out there to hurt them even more, or these people have won and we have lost. Everybody has won or lost when it comes to like these shows. We've all had a show that we liked, went away.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been like that. I mean, if I have time, maybe next week I'll talk about shows that I like. They're all got canceled, and you have to say, "Hey, money talks." That's
Yeah.
how it works.
It's sad because I was really pumped for the Acolyte. You know, we were gonna get something different. It was gonna be the Sith side of things, which I thought was gonna be cool. And it almost it they didn't even deliver that really.
It's
You know?
supposed to be dark.
Yeah. And I thought it was gonna be more Sith focused,
The
but it
only time
wasn't.
it was dark was when we couldn't see the fight scenes, where they purposely darken it, and you just see trees and lightsabers, and everyone's like, "This is so beautiful. This is amazing," and I'm like, "I can't see shit."
Nah. I had to brighten my TV on multiple occasions. But it's just the fact that they presented it as we're gonna see more of the dark side of things and the Sith side of things, but that's not what they delivered to was disappointing. Like there was definitely like I'm okay. I'll give you that there was Sith stuff happening, dark side stuff happening, but it wasn't as prevalent as just being focused on Soul and Osha's character down the road.
It says here, creator Leslie Helen, Russian doll director, an avowed Star Wars superfan, set out to create the first Star Wars story set outside of the core timeline of the franchise that stretches from the Phantom Menace to Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. She's a devout superfan.
An avowed Star Wars super.
If she is a devout superfan or avowed superfan, the first thing she should have done was she should have made sure that her story does not trample on history,
Mm-hmm.
gives the core fans, the people that have been watching for 30, 40 plus years, something to grasp to.
Yep.
If you want to introduce new characters, cool. Okay, do it. Don't change the fabric, the force.
Yeah.
It's the fabric of everything around. The force wraps around everything Star Wars does. It's the whole thing. It's what keeps everything together. The force. She goes and changes it into a thread. Now people try when fans are out there making excuses for you to make it make sense, you've got a problem in your hand.
Yeah. Like I told you before, like the show had
Yeah.
cool ideas, and I thought this whole this culture of witches and the thread, I thought that was a cool idea. They just they wrote it wrong. They wrote it wrong. They could have made a whole new thing for this franchise, for this universe, and they obliterated it.
Yeah. And people can say, "Oh, hey, the thread is a different culture, different planet. They don't know what the force is." They literally say it in the show. So you've already got that excuse thrown out the window.
Yeah.
Had they not said that, had not been aware what the force is, then you've got something there. Then you have these miscalculations of writing where there's a fire that breaks out.
Not even the Force. If they didn't even know what Jedi was, it'd be a whole other thing.
So do you say it makes sense that the force is called something else in the other culture, especially if it's universally, I suppose. Well, that if it's called something else and they're oblivious to what the force is, then yes. But they literally say it themselves. You call it the force, but we call it the thread.
Yeah.
Why even put that in there as a writing?
They even say that the Jedi pervert what the Force is.
Yeah.
And that blew me away when that line was said.
They also made the Jedi look like LAPD. Yeah, there's so many times you have the right to remain silent. I'm like, what are we watching? Cops?
Oof.
They walk in with handcuffs.
Yeah.
It's like then they remember that scene where they have that hovering ship
and
with the spotlight. Does that look like an LAPD in downtown chasing somebody down?
LAPD helicopter just
bad
boys. Yeah. It's
He goes, the man I see Baptist and Catholic argue about the same God. I just treat it like. Then
That's
they had
actually a good point.
fire in space, a kindling fire.
I feel
A
like that
kindling
one.
fire.
I feel like that one really triggered you hard, man.
Well, because that's science. How do you not know basic science?
But
How
it's
do you
space
not?
magic.
When's the last time you seen fire continuously burn in space? It's
Nobody
so
say the
dumb.
sun. That's different. Those stars are different. Don't say that.
So dumb. No, stars are different than a man-made fire constructed. It's just so dumb. So dumb.
I mean, for me, what I thought was dumb was them trying to turn a young 20-year-old something dude to make him look like he was some 70-year-old dude floating in the middle of a temple. That makeup was terrible. That makeup when they had him balding, they gave him the most pubic looking beard I've ever seen in my life. I was like, who paid who?
She snuck into the Airbnb Jedi temple, right? She snuck in there, and then when she has to escape, she just literally jumps off the ceiling, gets up. Why did you just start from there? Just come down.
I'm surprised she didn't look at him and was like, all right, you know what? You paid enough. You look like shit. I'm gonna back
Yeah.
out.
Your receding hairline is all I need to see.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, it just countless issues after issues. Amanda was not a good actor.
No.
For this role. I don't know if she can do other roles, who knows. But for this role, no. Her
The
emotions
emotion. Yeah.
didn't show.
I agree.
It just doesn't show. It's very bland. Right?
She had the same face for when she was angry and for when she was sad.
Yeah.
Same face.
And it shows, and people have you seen that where they show all the emotions of Amanda and they're all the same pictures?
I've not seen
Sad,
that.
angry.
Sounds so out of pocket, but true.
Somebody made it on social media. I wish I could find it, but it just the same face over and over again. And it didn't help her cause when she went out and made a video telling
The music
people
video.
Yeah, the music video. Very entertaining, might I ask. I say. But for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of people are happy. A lot of people are happy. I'm happy they got canceled. I'm not happy that a Star Wars show got canceled. I'm happy this got canceled because it's not good. Why are we dragging our heels on something that's not good?
No. I mean, I read you that comment earlier today. If this was 10, 15 years ago, seeing a Star Wars show get canceled would be unfathomable. You know? People wouldn't be.
People like, what are you talking about? No,
they would literally be up in arms about it.
Yeah. That's how bad this franchise has gotten. That's how bad Kathleen Kennedy has taken this franchise to the lows and lows. And she said she's going to leave when she has a win. So I guess we're stuck with her right now because she didn't win shit.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
She's going to go on a high note.
I thought The Mandalorian was a win after the first season. She should have just left at that point.
Kiwi says, get out of here, Acolyte.
Get out of here. I like it. I dig it. Yeah. I mean, I'm a little sad because we won't see, or maybe we will. I don't know. Maybe they'll bring him back eventually, like the Darth Plagueis stuff, or where they fit in, how he fit into everything. I like Premiere.
I want to go back to this as well. The thread. Okay, let's. We talked about it. Me, Justin, and Chris when we were breaking down the episodes. We said, okay, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. It's called thread. Who cares?
Right.
Who cares what it's called? Right.
Yeah.
But in that scene, when they do mention the thread, you guys call it the Force. It should not be messed with. It's not a tool. Blah blah blah. It says some stupid line about not using it.
I know exactly where you're going with this.
He literally uses it 5 seconds later.
5 seconds later, they use it to make children.
I'm just saying, she literally uses it after saying those lines.
Yep.
That's the type of writing that drives people nuts. It's like, you just literally said that.
I mean, I still think the biggest contradiction in that line is that she made children out of the Force.
Of course, that is
That is the
a
biggest
compounding
manipulation.
thing of other bigger things as well,
Yeah.
right? But that itself right there shows the writers are inept at what they're doing when they literally contradicted themselves seconds later. Not episodes later, seconds later.
Yeah.
That stuff drives people nuts.
They don't do their homework anymore. They just spit out whatever they think is good, and
30 minutes of writing, done. Here we go.
that's
Check,
it.
please.
That's it.
And then people out there saying, "Oh, people are toxic and they're biggest because it's a female lead TV show, and that's why it's being canceled." So, every time I see these kind of remarks, I'm like, okay, well, how do I go about seeing if there's any truth to this?
Right.
So I did some, digging around, and I came up with obviously the most comparable show, which was happening the same time, is the House of Dragons. A lot of people compare that female lead show.
Mm-hmm.
Their budget was, I believe, $20 million less than Acolytes.
Right.
Okay. You look at that show, 8 episodes too, but their shows went for almost an hour per episode. Acolytes were only 30 minutes per episode. How does this show with a bigger budget, less time, get outdone by a show with a longer timeline and a shorter budget? And that budget, they made that show look way better than Acolytes. You feel a real big world scale in House of Dragons.
Right.
You don't get that feeling with this.
That's a good point.
Even the Brendok place, you feel like they're just in a tiny little corner. They don't give you
literally in segments.
Yeah.
It was segmented areas.
The village what they're in, or the encapsulated whatever that crap was, this underground V-shaped tunnel. Ain't that ironic? It looks like CW Hercules and Xena Warrior Princess Village.
Hey, those were good for its time.
I didn't say they were not good, but I'm saying they were not $80 million.
No,
I think they had $8 million to do the whole show. Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had less for that production. To be honest, yeah.
So, where did the money go? That's the thing. Where did all of that money go to? It didn't go into, practical effects and backgrounds. CGI was kind of okay. There was issues.
Mm-hmm.
Lighting was not good at all. Your actors were not that highly expensive. So where did the money go? I can't.
That's the big question.
The two shows are so, different in terms of scale, quality, presence. It's not even close, and yet one is cheaper than the other. And if you were to ask people which costs more, they'd probably say House of Dragons costs more,
and they'd be wrong,
right? So when people are like, "Oh, why did this show get canceled?" It got canceled because of all these people fighting and crying and hating it. No, they looked at it and said, "We just spent $180 million on a show that we're never going to see any returns from. We have to pull the plug now. It's that bad."
You've been watching House of Dragons, right?
Yes, every episode.
Can I ask you for the characters that they featured that seemed important? Did they get enough screen time? Do you feel like they got enough screen time?
Absolutely.
Okay. That Star Wars couldn't do that.
No.
They brought a Wookiee Jedi into the mix. He was maybe on screen for
shits and giggles,
5-10 minutes, and they wasted him.
Everybody wanted to see this guy be prominently displayed, and they just got a mind controlled Wookiee. Not even the real.
A mind-controlled monster. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Like they turned him into a monster, and then that's how he treated himself in the show, by isolating himself away from the rest of his peers and his friends. And the guy didn't even do anything.
I still don't get why this dude with the receding hairline drank and killed himself. I still don't get it.
No,
I watched the whole show. I watched how it all played out. I'm like, what would compel someone to drink this poisonous vial? I don't get it.
I mean, his receding hairline was punishment enough. The pubic hair beard was punishment enough.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Like, he didn't need to go. He could have stayed
What
in
did
that
this guy
perpetual
do?
meditation form for the longest time, and it would have been fine.
What did this guy do?
Nothing. He did nothing in that show. I thought he was going to be the bad guy. You know, remember that episode with the
I
flashback
thought
and
he
the
was going to
scar?
kill one of the mothers.
Not a thing. Not a thing. It's a little sad that that's how they portrayed it when he didn't do anything. It's bad storytelling. Bad storytelling. But you know what's worse than that is May having 100 opportunities to tell Osha the truth and never did until the end. Never did until the end.
Because
she could have said,
because you need to drag the story on. You have to get 8 episodes in.
I will say Disney's very good at that.
You're going to fill the quota. You're going to fill it.
Let's just keep baiting them until we get to the end.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So I've got a friend of mine, good buddy of mine, who's got twin daughters, right? Identical twins, right? They look exactly alike.
Did he use the Force?
The thread. So when I see this show and I see two girls that don't look identical, but end up becoming identical later on in life, I'm like, how was the thread that strong that changed their look too? You're telling me you couldn't find two identical young girls to play the part?
I mean, to be fair, twins aren't that common. They're not. I wouldn't say they're rare.
I'm telling you right now, I've seen auditions. I have a nephew that does a lot of commercials and has done stuff for Walmart. And when they go for auditions, there's like 100 versions of him there lined up. We're looking for a half Asian, Oriental mixed, and you'll see 100 of them line up.
Right.
You're telling me in a Star Wars franchise, they don't have families that would jump to the chance of having their daughters, identical daughters? They will fly them from all over the U.S. to audition for that.
That's a good point. Or they could have just got that one girl to play a double role. They
literally did with the older version.
They have the ability to stitch the face onto another person.
John Cena that.
Like they could have. They could have just given her the same face and let a different little girl like play that role.
Do exactly what you did with Amanda. Let's do exactly that.
All that money.
And then you got crazy scenes like the stone and cement burning, where she's like, "I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you, sister. I'm gonna light this place on fire." It's stone and metal.
It was a thread. It was a thread that
there was thread all over the place. Yes,
all over.
So it's like stupid scenes after stupid scenes, things that can't be explained. We're told to constantly just ignore it and consume. Just ignore it and consume it. Don't worry about it. Continue forward. You don't need to question any of this stuff.
They feel like we're that brain dead that we'll just not criticize.
Well, either that or the people who are fighting again are upset and really depressed about the show going it. Are you guys oblivious to like common sense of how things work?
Logic, good storytelling.
Logic. There you go. That's the word. So it's just like I just look at it. Some people are so blind that they like something and they're not willing to listen to any reasoning at all.
No,
it doesn't matter.
Because the issue is always going to be something else.
And sadly, that you're going to have that with everything.
Yeah,
everything. You're never going to please anybody. That's, it is what it is. But yeah, I just saw the internet blowing up today. I was just like, oh, this is crazy.
Yeah, there was a lot. I was honestly, I kind of stopped looking because a lot of things became way out of pocket, man. It was a little disheartening.
Things can't suck anymore.
No.
If things suck, it's because it's the toxic fans that made it suck.
Yeah.
Hollywood's done such a great job of spinning this right into pointing it back into the fans. They're no longer allowed to suck as an actor, especially if you're a diverse actor. If you don't like that actor's ability or their version of that character, you are racist and you're toxic. You are no longer allowed to say negative things about a diverse actor.
Which is sad because there have been diverse actors for years.
I
that are
look at it
really
as
good.
you're an actor and you're an actor, period. That's it. I do not care. You suck at your craft or you suck at that show. I'm
Mhm.
not just going to look at you. I'm going to say maybe the writing has let you down as an actor.
Right.
Right.
But it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder if that's what they're saying about this. Did we forget about movies like Black Panther or Remember the Titans? Like, did we
I
forget
love
about?
Remember the Titans. One of my favorite movies.
I cried during that movie, man.
I'm not going to tell you if I cried or not.
I'm man enough to say it. I cried. Yeah, that's how good that movie was.
I bought it on Blu-ray.
Damn. Okay, that's dedication. I just watched it on Disney Plus.
I played it on my PlayStation 3.
Yo, great system, by the way.
Yes. But yeah, we can't be critical anymore because the minute you're critical, someone's going to be out there saying that you're X, Y, Z.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to nail it again here. This is Disney, Star Wars, and everybody at the upper echelons of these companies do not care what we have to say. They will cancel or greenlight a show.
Yep.
They do not care. They just look at money. If it made money, gets greenlit. They don't even care if the show sucks or is good. It made money for them. It's getting greenlit again.
Yep.
This show did not make them the money. And end of story.
Viewership wasn't there.
It wasn't there. It was there for the first 2 episodes. Nielsen's reported that the first 2 episodes was good. And that's because everybody gave it a chance. So that's another argument that people have to look at, the people who are upset about saying that it got canceled because of, bigots and people on the right. Look at the Nielsen ratings. Everybody, or a lot of people, went and checked it out because they all said, let's put our differences aside. Let's go check this out and give it a fair shake. They all went and watched it. And you could see the viewership declining because they're like, don't like this. Not going the right way we want. It's not good. And people could say, oh, they don't like it because they saw a female lead. Yeah. Everybody knew as a female lead. It's a trailer upon trailer telling you what it is going to be about.
Yeah.
No one's walking in there blind going, oh, I didn't realize it was a black female lead.
Yeah.
Everybody knew.
That didn't even matter to me. I was just excited. We were going to get some bad side of
they're acting
the
like we did. Like nobody knew there was going to be a black female lead for this show until they watched it. Everybody knew the characters prior.
But even then, it didn't matter. I was just excited to see something different in the Star Wars universe.
Of course.
Yeah. And I mean, back to the viewer. I just want to get back to the viewership thing because I just want to give everybody watching like numbers on this if they don't know what it was. So June 4th, when it aired, the first 2 episodes, it generated 4.8 million views. After 5 days, that got bumped up to 11.1 million views.
So a healthy amount.
Yeah, people were into it. And then after the 3rd week,
the wheels fell off.
100%. Like it was in the Nielsen's top 10 at that point, and then it dropped. It wasn't even in top 10 anymore until we got to the finale. Then it got back into the top 10 and then quickly went back out. Yeah.
And now it's being removed. Merchandise removed. I think some of it came back, but people are like, oh, I'm scared it might get the Willow treatment. Oh, okay.
It is.
So you don't have issues with Willow being canceled? That has strong female lead. Why didn't you complain about that? Nobody complained about that.
You're talking about the new series, right? They did? Yeah. Okay.
When Willow got canceled, you didn't see a whole lot of people complaining about that. That had 2 females. It had, diversity in there. Why didn't that get a lot of uproar? Why didn't it get that? Because that sucked so bad. It was so bad.
Kind of glad I didn't watch it.
It's a running joke in our show here. We've said Willow. Since the end of Willow, we've said Willow in every show just because of that.
Damn.
We made the decision to watch it. Well, we were told by one of our listeners here to watch it, and we did.
Yeah.
We took the feedback, we did, and it was the worst decision of our lives. and We'll constantly say Willow every show we can, forever.
Damn.
We'll find a way, and we did it right now.
Damn. That's good. It's good.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't pick and choose which
Nah.
one to fight for and get angry about when your message is similar to all the other shows why they got canceled. You're saying that, oh, you're bigots and toxics. Okay, well, how come it's not the same for the other shows? Well, how come you didn't go and complain about the other diverse show that got canceled? You can't just pick and choose.
No. It's yeah, I don't like it when people do that, man. You're hiding away from the fact that things have been poorly written or poorly directed, bad CGI, bad practical effects. Like, you got to be critical of some things.
Yeah, no show is perfect.
No.
There are shows that are very close to being perfect, right? But this show is nowhere near being perfect. And if you think that it is perfect, okay, fine. That's your opinion on it. But don't try to tell other people that, oh, it's a perfect show and you guys don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Like,
Right?
there are shows that deserve to be canceled because they're not great, but they're still airing. They're still airing.
Because they've got the viewership. That's what it is. They squeaked out the viewership.
Yeah. It's that thing I told you where haters like to hate, so they'll watch it to hate.
Ah, yes.
That's what gives them that second season, because they got to be like,
the power of many. Yeah. What was that you told me earlier?
Oh, that quote, that post I saw.
Say it.
The power of one bad show, the power of too much budget, and the power of too many disappointed fans.
Woo! We need a poster.
Should be on T-shirts, man.
Oh,
should be on T-shirts.
D, you hearing this, D? Book it.
Yeah.
So there's a petition out there, and hundreds have signed it.
You know, that's a big number. You're saying hundreds? Hundreds?
Last time I checked was 700 people have signed it.
Ooh, we getting there. Bring back the Acolyte season 2. Bring it back.
What was the height of their viewership? 11 million?
11.1 million.
Okay, so let's say 11 million for shits and giggles. 11 million people watched it. Only 700 have decided to come back and sign a petition.
Where's the 4.8 million? Where's the 3 million viewers that were like, hey?
No, where's the majority of us liked it, which a lot of people say on their Twitter or X's. So many of us liked it. Okay, so many is what?
It's not breaking 100,000. I guarantee you that petition is not going to break 100,000.
No way it's breaking that.
No. If it is, it's bots.
Yeah, right? We could say now that to them, those are bots, because they said that about the Rotten Tomato fan score, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's getting review bombed. It's getting review bombed. Okay, what about the opposite, where there's critics who are getting paid by Rotten Tomato, which were exposed last I think fall, that they were getting paid to make scores up.
Yeah, when you told me that, I thought that was crazy. Yeah, I didn't know that was happening.
So, why aren't we talking about that? Why isn't there a possibility that some of these people are being paid off to give positive scores for Acolytes?
No, of course not. No.
Nobody looks at both sides of the fence. They only want to look at one side of the fence, the side that is in line with their argument.
Yeah. For Acolyte, there was no paid reviews. Not at all.
No. It's crazy. It's a crazy world, and that's what it's going to be like. It's sad because you never thought a company like Star Wars, a studio with such enriched stories from the past, have this much problems. And it all comes back to KK, Special K. It all comes back to her because she's at the helm and she's responsible. Special K is responsible for that. And I don't mean special in a good way. She's responsible for everything that's happened. She has to deal with it. I don't know where she thinks she's going to go on up a high. I mean, if she's smoking something, maybe she'll go on a high, but she ain't going on a high from a good show or a movie. It ain't happening under her command. This Skywalker movie that she's going to do, that's going to bomb too. I'm telling you right now.
Do you think the Mandalorian and Grogu movie will end up saving this universe?
I'm losing faith in Filoni, man. I'm losing faith in him. He's dropped the ball.
Because he
The
helped
last
produce
the
this
last
show, right?
Mandalorian show was garbage.
Season 3 was really bad.
Yeah, it was
I
not
did
good.
not enjoy that,
It was
man.
not good at all.
Like, I can understand what they say that anybody can be the Mandalorian as long as they're a Mandalorian. Sure. Okay.
But
You know what?
But the previous season, Bo-Katan made a big deal about him not giving the sword to her. Remember that when he tried to give the sword to her? She's like,
Yes.
no, you don't do that. It's accustomed to fight for that sword.
Yeah.
Don't
I
you
do
dare give
remember
that to
that.
me. And all of a sudden, the next season, it's just like, oh, here you go.
It's destroyed.
Yeah.
It got destroyed. The Darksaber got destroyed.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone now. Sorry, yeah, it's gone. No big deal.
We don't need it to be a leader.
No.
Like, are you kidding me?
You didn't read
your
the fine print
ancestors
there.
made that freaking weapon. They made it a relic as a position of power for your culture. And now you're just going to dismiss it all of a sudden?
They needed an out to make her the leader. Because they knew that if she fought Mando and Mando lost, a lot of people would be pissed off because it's his show.
Yeah. I can see where you're coming from there.
Right? So they're like, we need an out, and this is the out. We're just going to destroy the sword. Therefore, there is no battle to begin with.
That's fair. I mean, I still like the idea and the concept that I feel like as long as they're a Mandalorian, they have a story to tell. Because like every Mandalorian has clearly gone through some crap. You know, they've gone through some shit. And I mean, this could have been a really good opportunity to shift. If you wanted to shift it to a different Mando, you could have.
It's similar to what it happened to in the last Avengers Endgame, where Thor gives up his throne to Valkyrie.
Oh,
and I'm like, she's first of all, she's
wait, you
she
mean
left
in Ragnarok? He did that in Ragnarok. He gave it up.
Was it Ragnarok? Yeah,
because that's when they brought Valkyrie in, and then he was like, "Yeah, it's yours now. You can have it." Because she went in Love and Thunder.
You're right. Yeah,
she was running the show. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
I just thought that's such a garbage way to hand off Asgard, as if Asgard means nothing anymore
to him, to Thor.
Yeah, and also disgrace to his family.
Yep.
To just give it to Valkyrie, who has no lineage, no royalty at all. She even didn't even care about her own group of warriors. She bailed on them, took off, she hid, she ran away, she didn't even care. And all of a sudden we're gonna praise her by giving her the crown to be Asgardian king or queen.
Just because he convinced her to come back and fight.
Yeah.
Not that she wanted to do it on her own, but he convinced her to do it.
It was such nonsense.
Yeah.
And that's all Taika Waititi.
Well, wasn't he like dating her at that point?
I don't know.
Something like that.
He's left. He tucked himself, got his money, and ran.
Good.
Yeah, he's like, I've done 2 of the same type of movie, and I'm outs.
He didn't care about it.
No.
No.
But yeah, I mean, let's see brighter futures ahead for Star Wars, I guess. We always want these shows to do good. We don't want the shows to do bad.
No.
This is something that we grew up with.
And I feel bad for some of the actors in there, especially Manny Jacinto, because I thought he did a great job. Mm-hmm. And now we're not going to see him in the Star Wars universe anymore. I hope somewhere down the line.
I'm kind of happy we're not going to see him, because Manny can now do movies that actually matter in his career, right? He can actually go and flourish, because if I'm an agent and I've got an up-and-coming rising talent, why would I want them to go into a depleting franchise?
That's a good point.
Why would I want Manny to continue in Star Wars when it's going down every year?
That's fair. Okay.
Further your career. Is any of these guys going to further is Amanda going to further her career? No. Not if she continues in Star Wars.
Nah.
So Manny, I hope he does well, because he was the one bright spot in this show.
Yeah.
He really was giving everything he had and showing everything he had, for God's sakes.
I mean, he did that character well, despite what was going on in that show. I think he did that character well.
Dude was naked in that show. He gave everything he could. He showed his lightsaber to everybody. I mean, that's how invested he was. He's like, you know what?
I'll do it.
I'll bear it all. That's another problem with this show. This Star Wars used to be somewhat a family affair.
Yeah.
What happened to all that?
We want to get into this, hey? Because when
Why not? Why not? The bandage is already ripped off. The show is
Okay.
out of here anyways. Why not? Let's send it off in a burning barge, right?
Andor was the shocker for me. Andor was the shocker for me because when that girl popped out, and I was like, what is happening here? I think it was in the first episode, and she was with her dude, and I was like, what is happening? This is Star Wars. This is not like a PG-13 show. It's tilting on that territory now. It's a little it kind of messed with me a little bit. I was like, this isn't Star Wars, man.
Andor, you can kind of say that it was more Star Wars adult.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Because you weren't expecting Jedis and Sith in there.
No.
It was a different take. You could say that this was more. I don't think a lot of younger adults or kids would be interested in this because of those missing elements.
Right.
I could be wrong. But here, you have little kids with your young kids. You kind of depict this as a family thing. You have family values or somewhat values in there. You have mentorship. You have, droids. You have Bastion the gopher that nobody cares about. That was another god awful thing.
That creature was from the Legends comics, yeah. That they brought to life.
They should have just put it to bed. Never brought it back to life. That character is just so stupid. He had so many chances to out her, and he just stands there frozen.
Didn't he like sabotage the ship?
Yeah.
Right?
Why?
Yeah.
Right? I watched it. I'm like, why is he doing this?
That was the most twisted scene I think I've seen in that show. Honestly,
and this is what I mean,
because I thought he was supposed to be on his side.
Nobody knows these days who's on whose side.
It's all gray.
It's all gray, which is what they want now.
Yeah,
there can't be no good and bad. It has to be gray. The fundamental thing about Star Wars was good and bad, and they painted it very clear: the dark and the light. They made it so obvious that that's what they want.
Well, it's not just that, though. Like with the bad, they have to have a tragic backstory now to be bad. They got to be humanized.
No, they also have to be sympathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to feel bad for them, so therefore they're good now.
Yeah. I'm like, when did we get away from
evil,
chaotic evil? A person just being evil because they are. I feel like at some point they'll give us a Palpatine backstory and how he got screwed up, and that's why he decided to join the dark side.
The redemption that her sister got, Osha, is it Osha or May? I can't remember who's bad. They're both bad.
May was the bad one in the beginning, and Osha was the good one.
How is she allowed to just walk free and not have any? Like, why would she be considered redeemed? What does she do to redeem herself?
Forget.
Yeah.
Just forget about it. That's how. If I have no memories, I didn't do it.
She goes and kills people, murders people, and
the greatest storytelling of all time.
They're like, "Don't worry about it. It's okay.
You'll forget.
You were wronged. You were wronged.
Yeah. Your sister's the bad guy now. I have a sister? Whoa. Revelations.
That's what that should have called it, Revelations. I don't know where they go from here. I mean, Skeleton Crew looks like the next Goonies of kids, and I hope it's no tie-in to anything that
I don't want it to. I really don't want it.
I wanted a completely original,
separate adventure.
Yeah.
The most I
want to see them say is Jedi. That's it. I don't want to see any, appearances by some iconic character in Star Wars. I don't want to see any of that.
No.
I'm done with the member berries, man.
Like I don't even want a cameo. You know, if they
Yeah.
threw it up on like because they showed a classroom, like, oh, this is our great hero, Luke Skywalker. I don't want to see that. I don't. Just move on. Do your thing, man.
Yeah.
Because like they have a bunch of stories to pull from, and they could, but they don't.
It's crazy if you were to lay all these shows out on the table, Obi-Wan, Andor, Acolytes, Ahsoka, and Skeleton Crew, and say which one of these you think is going to be the most successful and which one will be the least successful. I would say Obi-Wan first because of the big name. And then I would say the least successful will be Skeleton
Andor.
Crew. No, Skeleton Crew for me.
See, for me, it'd be Andor because I was like, we know how this dude goes. Why do I need to know his backstory?
I hear you. That would be a close second for me. Believe me, that would be a close second for me. But Skeleton Crew doesn't even register for me. It doesn't even register.
Really?
Because I have no knowledge of that.
See, that's what excites me though, is because we
but
have no knowledge.
I'm saying like which one of these will be popular amongst people, right?
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. I would say that Obi-Wan would be the most popular among people because it's the biggest name.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I'm not saying that I like the show. I'm just saying in terms of what people would say would be the.
It's okay.
best
You can say
chance
you
of
like
being-
it.
No, I do not like
just
it.
say it, Alvin.
No, I
just
do
admit
not like it. No, I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna go to Dee's grandma's room there. But of the shows, I didn't think Skeleton Crew would be the most intriguing show for me. And now it is. After all the filth that we got, this is now my number one most anticipated show.
I hope it breathes some new life into Star Wars, man.
Well, it's gonna do one thing. I hope it brings younger generation into the fold.
Back into it, yeah. Get kids invested.
We need younger generations to carry pass the torch on to because then they'll keep the IP going. It's the same thing like Turtles. You know, they revamped the Turtles. Whether I like it or not, if it appeases the younger crowd and gets them excited, then it's good for me because they're going to make comics, they're going to make TV shows and other things around Turtles because it's getting popular.
Right.
The studios are going to see this and they're going to say, okay, let's give them more.
Right.
They're doing that with Transformers now. Transformers 1. It's like a retelling of the story.
Right.
Whether we Transformer fans, and I am one, like it or not, because I know there's some Transformer fans who are saying, "Ugh, I hate this thing, brother." Right?
Yeah.
They don't like it, but I'm like, hey, you have to look at is this going to bring in younger generations into it? If they are, then great.
That keep your franchise alive.
We get benefits of it too.
Yeah.
Right. So same thing with this now. Maybe this becomes a hit and a light switches on for them to say, okay, this is the direction we have to go. We have to stop with the agendas and we have to just make good stories.
Thank you.
Just fun stories. If it happens to have diversity in it, if it happens to have more females than males or more males than females, who cares? Let's just make a fun story that everyone can like.
Make characters that actually speak to people, man.
And if that story does good, then we could spin off other stories.
Yes.
And now all of a sudden we have a world building of stories that a next generations of people can like, and even older generations can be fond of as well.
For the love of God, let there be character growth, please. Like, I swear a lot of these shows now just don't give character growth anymore, and they just, oh yeah, he's all powerful or she's all powerful or they just know martial arts right off the bat. It's all good. Yeah. It's like, where, when, how, why did it happen, man? Like those 5 questions that they teach us in English class back in elementary and high school.
What, when, where, and why.
Yeah. Where did that all go? Out the window. Bring it back.
The other thing is, and I said this before even Acolytes came on, came to be, I said, who the hell is Leslie Headland? What has she done? People are like, oh, she did Russian Doll. I'm like, pardon me?
I never even
Pardon me.
That.
Do I give, you know what, a Russian Doll? And you're going to say that she's going to do well with this? She has little to no experience. And you're going to give the keys to the castle to her.
So she only did 1 movie.
Yeah.
Just 1.
I think
they
she
gave
did
her a $200 million budget.
There's something else she did. It was, I think, a short story or something. I can't remember. But she has very, very little experience. and they decided to give the keys to her. And at that time, I remember this, and I said, "Why would you want your franchise is dwindling? You're in a hole. Why would you want to take on more risk and give the keys to somebody who is never doesn't have the experience?
Yeah.
If you want to do those things, like I remember when Marvel gave the keys to James Gunn, he was unknown at that time. He wasn't big. They gave him the keys, and they also gave him a band of misfits that nobody cared about, Guardians of the Galaxy. People
Right.
weren't clamoring for Rocket the Raccoon.
Nah.
Nobody
Guardians of the
even
Galaxy
knew.
are
Half
like
the people
B
didn't even
tier
know who
heroes.
he was.
Yeah.
Right? So they took the risk that time because they were already on a high and they could afford to take that risk. This side, you cannot because you're not on a high. When you didn't make a hit,
No.
you made duds. Why would you want to go risk it?
Although maybe they saw what they did with Guardians of the Galaxy and be like, okay, we can make like lower tiered characters happen too. And that's that's what they said.
But I mean, you want to do that when you're on a high and you made some hits.
Right.
Right? Because then fans can say, hey, yeah, you tried it. Good for you guys. You did your best, but you know what? Go back to what was working. But they didn't make any hits. Obi-Wan's not that great. Andor was okay. You could argue that it was a subpar or even just a little bit than that.
Yeah.
What else?
Boba Fett?
Had Boba Fett was a tragedy.
Became a Mando show
Yeah,
at that
Mando had
half.
to save it pretty much.
Yeah.
Right. And then you had Mandalorian itself, the flagship show that kickstarted Disney Plus for you, dwindled in season 3. And then you had Ahsoka, which wasn't that great either, but it's still getting a greenlit because it had enough juice to get a greenlit. I think it just crossed that line in terms of getting greenlit.
I mean,
that was a borderline show.
It was okay. And then when they brought back Hayden, that's when it picked back up.
The member berries, yeah.
Yeah.
The member berries.
And then at the end too, when they showed off the Mortis God statue, I was like, that's how you hook people. That's how you hook people, because you just tied it back. You tied it back to something that was significant back in the day, man.
And then Pair to the Throne. You had, little chubby Pair to the Throne. Our bad guy.
The
Blueface.
Yeah, Thrawn.
I call him Pair to the Throne. He was a little Perry shaped.
I mean, he's old.
I'll give him that. I like him. I like him as a person. Yeah. I mean, I talk like I'm best friends with him or something. I like the dude. I got no issues with it. But I'm saying, like, you had all these question marks, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, let's just give this keys to her, and then let's hope for the best. It all screams about money laundering. It all screams about how is she connected to Weinstein, because she was her assistant,
right,
which a lot of people are unaware of. She was an assistant for many years during those dark years that Weinstein was being was accused of, not accused of, was, well, not the word accused, what's it called? Committed of.
Right.
And everyone's just like, no, it's okay. So what? She was his assistant. She knows nothing. Come on. But anyways, allegedly.
You have to throw that in there at the end.
You better throw that in. My lawyer told me to throw that in. But I just when I first heard that, I was just like, this is crazy. This is nonsense.
Yeah. How do you give something to somebody with barely any track record?
And we didn't hate the show upon arrival. We broke it down episodically, and it's all there for us. If anyone wants to go back and look at our episodes, we broke down episodically. We talked about the good and the bad each episode, but it was just overwhelmingly bad. We gave this show so many times scores like 2, 3, 4 out of 10, not 5 out of 10.
Ooh.
And it wasn't just me. It was Chris. It was also Justin.
Right.
The scores were consistently low throughout the entire show.
Yeah, it's bad. I remember the first episode, second episode, I was like, I'm not feeling this, I know a couple of my buddies were like, oh yeah, okay, this is interesting, we'll like see where it's going. I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm like, third episode in, nah. They're like, oh, just wait, usually the fifth episode turns it around. I was like, at that point, when we got to that 5th episode and people were praising it like crazy, but only for the combat, because the majority of it was for the combat, realistically. Like the
I don't
Rebel,
understand how people are praising the combat as it's one of the greatest combats of all time. Have they not seen Phantom Menace?
well, this was the show that was supposed to dethrone that, right? This was the show that was supposed to be like, yeah, we're gonna make combat better than the Phantom Menace, or at least on par.
No
And
chance.
nah,
No chance.
Nah.
Get out of here with that garbage.
no. Like I said,
Well,
the
what? First
Force
of all, you
Fu-
could actually see the moves in Phantom Menace.
yes,
It's all lit up. There's no hiding from it.
right,
Here, you have trees. You have darkness. They're moving. The camera's not even properly panning at them. There are so many ways they're using to blur the lack of versus Phantom when it was there's nothing to hide from.
right.
It's all open, brightly lit, and you could see the choreography and how much time they spent doing it. There's no competition. It's not even close.
No, the lightsaber combat was not good compared to the Phantom Menace. What I will say is the Force Fu was dope. The Force Fu choreography was really well done.
Force
Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. Give me those Jet Li kung fu moves, man.
I'm gonna put my lightsaber away and I'm gonna use my hands all the time.
They should have just done that the whole series. Forget the lightsabers. Because the lightsabers didn't
Flying
come close.
Sith as well now. We have flying Sith.
Hey, we had a flying Leia. She flew through space.
Oh, don't do that.
She was
How dare
frozen
you do
in
that?
space, and
That's
she
my
used the Force
That's
to
my
fly
royal
back.
princess. Don't you dare say that. Rest in peace to Carrie Fisher.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Rest in power. Rest in peace. Either way.
Rest in the Force.
The great Carrie Fisher. I missed those days. I missed Miss Leia, Han, Luke. Missed those amazing stories. Redemption. Missed all those good qualities. Do you know what I mean?
You gotta make me
Now
cry, dude. Stop it.
Now it's just like
Stop it.
It's like, hey, you can be bad. Nobody cares. You're forgiven in 2 seconds.
Yep.
I can be good and bad. It's all great. It's all gravy.
If I'm a good guy, I won't be like though.
Yeah.
Because good guys aren't it anymore.
No.
You can't.
Lightsabers do haircuts too as well now. So you just I'm gonna get a light fade with my lightsaber. Yeah.
Give me that mohawk.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Give me the turban. I want the turban. That's what I want. Give me the turban.
Wait a few years, you're gonna get the turban.
I'm gonna go to my barber and be like, yo, I need this haircut right now.
Drink this green vial, it'll get you there. Yeah, well, we're putting this show to bed. You can petition all you want, people. I don't think it's gonna get greenlit. In fact, I know it's not gonna get greenlit.
No, it's not, man. It's not.
Maybe
it's
5
not.
years they'll do a short story or something. They'll do that.
A what if? A what if?
What if? Yeah.
Right.
An animation might be a good way to appease these people. It'll be cheaper, maybe, unless you give it to Leslie. She might charge you $200 million this time.
I mean, good animations cost quite a bit.
I mean, can you blame her?
They are quite a bit of money with good animation. So, but who knows? They won't put that kind of money into it. They can't put it into their CGI. They ain't put it into their animation. It ain't happening.
But we will end the show today here. It has been a good show. We apologize for being a little late today. We had some technical issues, but we're back. We had to get the show in today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was a late, but we got it in today. Sheldon, thanks for hanging out with me today.
Thank you for tolerating me.
Thank you for tolerating me. And Dee would probably agree with that statement. You actually tolerated Elvin for 2 hours? God bless you. Thank you guys for tolerating us. And if you liked what we were bringing today, please hit the subscribe button to hang out with us. And like the button, please, because that helps us push it out to everybody else out there in the YouTube universe.
Comments.
They can check out our small little world. We're trying our best to do the best for you guys, bring you guys insightful, fair reviews and thoughts. If you have any feedbacks, comments about anything that we talked about today, that would be greatly appreciated.
I
in
want the
comments.
hate comments. I want the
No,
hate comments about me.
no. Don't hate him. He's a good dude. Sheldon did his best today to come in here and knock out of the park. But let us know in the comments what you thought about the show being canceled, Acolytes, or any of the other things we talked about, and what other shows you're looking forward to seeing in the future. I know we mentioned Skeleton Crew. We will be looking into that. There is the Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power that's coming out, and I can't wait to lay waste to that. Hot garbage as well.
Did you finish the first season?
Oh yeah, it was laughable. Maybe me and you could talk about it as it comes out. It comes out at the end of the month.
Oh, I have to finish the first season then.
Oh God, good luck with that one, because if you look at it as a comedy, then you're gonna love it.
Okay.
I looked at it as a comedy, and then you're just gonna have a good time. I'm telling you. There are some scenes in there just makes you howl. So it's good times, man. If you look at it from a comedy, that's what I do now. Anytime I know a show is getting bad, I just look at it as comedy now. I just laugh it off, because you got to enjoy it somehow.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Maybe we start doing that with Star Wars.
Yeah, I think that ship has sailed. All right. Yeah, we are out of here. So everybody take care of yourself. Bye-bye. Say bye, Sheldon.
Bye.